Today we're gonna be learning how to clean some areas of our house properly. Maybe our room is the only area that we should be cleaning. Maybe when we eat, we should be cleaning our dish. Whatever the case may be in your situation, it's always helpful to know some appropriate ways to clean. So the first area of a home or a place that I want to talk about is cleaning a bathroom properly. Have you guys ever had to clean a bathroom, or maybe it's part of your job duties, or maybe you don't have to. Maybe that's something that somebody else cleans, but it's good to know regardless how to do it, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is when we clean a toilet. So whatever we use for cleaning the toilet, whether it's a brush or paper towels or some a cloth, like a little towel, we should not be cleaning our sink with the same things, because that has bacteria already, okay? And what we're doing is we're just spreading the bacteria everywhere around the bathroom, okay? So if you're like me and this is a little confusing and you're more of a visual learner, then let's go see what I'm talking about. So in the video, she did mention cross-contamination. So what is cross-contamination? What it is the act of transporting germs and bacteria from one place in a facility to another. So it's very important that we do not use the same things that we are using to clean the toilet and to clean the sink. Because, for example, let's say somebody uses the toilet and they have a virus. They're sick, Yuck. They have a virus, they have a bug, there's something going on, and that gets onto the toilet, and you start cleaning the toilet with a paper or a rag, and you're like, okay, let me just go clean the sink. Now everything is contaminated, and we don't want that, okay? So we gotta keep in mind when we're cleaning anything that we don't cross-contaminate. If we work with containers, or if we work with cups, we always need to have gloves, because let's say we sneeze, let's say we cough, it's gonna be in our hands. We don't see it because, viruses and bacteria are not visible to the eye, but it's there. So we always need to wear gloves. And if we end up coughing on a glove or sneezing on a glove, we need to change the gloves, okay? If we are wiping the tables with gloves, and then we're like, okay, now I'm gonna go fill up the containers again, or I'm gonna go touch silverware, we need to change our gloves, because that's cross-contamination. Okay guys, so now we're gonna be focusing on sweeping and what sweeping looks like properly. So I am in my kitchen, and I'm just gonna show you a little bit in my kitchen. And I'm gonna show you first the wrong way to sweep. So what's wrong here? We have my dog, we need to get her out of the way or else she's gonna be moving around the dirt everywhere. So as you can see, when I sweep, I am not sweeping each area. I am just sweeping the dirt back and forth, and I am quickly already just picking up something. So now we're going to show you guys the right way to sweep. We first need to get rid of the things in the way, and we're going to take our time and start in each area of the kitchen. So the most important thing is take our time. We want to make sure we get everything and we don't miss any tiles or any area. As I continue to sweep, I am making a little pile of all the dirt in one little area so I can pick it up with the dustpan. The goal is to collect all the dust and then you can pick it up with the dustpan. We don't want to continuously grab the dustpan. We want to make sure that we have all the dust gathered in one area. So I did a no-no and I let my dog around me while I sweep, but we should typically make sure that they're not in the way so they're not putting the dust everywhere else. So once we've gathered all the dust and the hairs, we want to continuously sweep around the area and make sure that we grab all of the dust and put it into the dustpan. Hi guys, so I'm going to show you how I typically wash my dishes. The first thing I do is I rinse all the dishes. I want to make sure there's no additional food left over. Typically with water you can just remove any food that has been left over, so that's what I do first. So once I've rinsed all the plates and the cups and I've removed anything that's plastic or needs to be thrown away, I go ahead and put some soap on my sponge and I turn the water off. We want to reserve the water, we don't want to keep it running. And then we're going to scrub everything, and we got to make sure that we scrub properly and we get all the areas, especially if it's cups. We want to make sure where people drink, we want to scrub really well there. When I wash my dishes, I usually listen to maybe a favorite song or some music, a playlist, to keep my motivation going. So I went ahead and sped up the video because I decided to wash the rest of my dishes. But as you can see, I'm just making sure that everything is washed properly. And then once it's washed, I go ahead and rinse everything and I put it away so I have space to continue washing. Of course, you can use gloves if you don't like to touch anything. But I personally like to just use my hands because I can tell when there is soap left over, or if you feel like it's oily or greasy, then that means that it has not been washed properly. So I make sure that I rinse it very well and that there's no soap or anything else left over. One little trick that I do to make sure that there's no soap left over, I fill up the bowl or the cup and I continue to fill it up until I see that it's not foamy anymore or it's not bubbly, and that's it. So when we're scrubbing the silverware, we want to make sure that we continue scrubbing until all the gunk is off. So I am also not an expert at cleaning, but I hope some of those things were able to help you If you are struggling with it a little bit, just the most important thing to remember is to take your time, to make sure you notice everything, to look around all the surrounding areas that you are cleaning, and to remember not to cross-contaminate. We don't want to spread the bacteria, we want to kill the bacteria. So we have to make sure that when we're cleaning, we're using the gloves, that we're using the proper tools for each thing, okay? So now for the next 10 minutes, I wanna challenge you guys to clean something, and I would love to see what you cleaned. So if you guys have the teacher's numbers, or if you have my number, please share it with us, and we would love to see what you guys were cleaning or organizing, and I'll see you guys next time.